Bunnies Piggy says, what's your bunny's favorite food? So, Honey's favorite food is broccoli. Rocky's favorite food is parsley. Ollie's favorite food is carrots. And Willow's favorite food is the, who makes them? Martin Mills banana muffin treats from the pet store. Oh, Finny, you're so sweet. Let's get a little chin rub. There's a little piggy chin rub. Oh, you're so sweet. Anyways, moving on. Two Bunnies in a Row says, how long does it take for two male rabbits to bond together? Love your vids. Thank you. That really depends on the rabbits. It could take as little as a week. It could take months. Unfortunately, I do have to say that male rabbits don't bond as easily as opposite sex pairs. As a general rule, there's always exceptions, but as a general rule, they don't bond very well. So I would just say my tips would be start in neutral territory, make the space, big enough that they can get away from each other, but small enough that they're forced to kind of interact. It's good if you put a distraction in there, like fresh veggies or something that's going to kind of bring them together, keep them distracted, but kind of bring them together. Oven mitts or gloves or shoes or something on your hands so that if it doesn't go well, you can separate them. The other thing is they're going to mount each other. That's normal because they're have to work out their dominance. But biting is not okay. If they mount each other backwards, that's also not safe because the other one could nip them in that special area. And make sure that they're neutered first and then just work from there. Oh, some people have said that if they've had a lot of difficulty putting them together kind of in a box and taking them around the block in a car makes them come together because they're very nervous about what's going on. Or someone else also said to put their bunnies in a box and put them on top of the dryer while the dryer's going, because again it'll be making noise and shaking a little bit, so it'll make them nervous and kind of again be a distraction but also bring them together. So you could try some of those things, but it just depends on the personality of your rabbits. And just like with people, some rabbits just don't get along. So hopefully that doesn't happen with your male rabbits if you have them, but it is something to keep in mind. Animal Lover 0323 says, from your experience, what breed and sex is better to take care of? I think all rabbits are amazing. If I had to pick, I'd say the males are more loving. I have 2 males and 2 females. Out of my 4, I mean that's only 4 rabbits I'm judging this on. Hey buddy, you're messing this up. I can't see my questions. But out of that, I've noticed my males like to be picked up a lot more than my females. They seem snugglier, friendlier, but I mean I love all 4 of my rabbits and I do find them all to be personable. I just find that the males from experience seem to be a little more gentle. Hi! Are you popcorning or did I scare you? Jean Dora says, do you find it better for the rabbits to have a friend? Does it help with behavior issues? It can go either way. Either, if you have a really troublesome rabbit, like Honey is my little troublemaker, and then you bond her with a pretty good rabbit like Rocky, either she could, be really good, which didn't happen, or now Rocky is just almost as destructive as she is. So, it can help with behavior issues in the sense that they're definitely less lonely. So they may not do things like chewing their cage bars, maybe taking their aggression out on you if they're lonely, like lunging at you. in that sense, yes, I think that all animals really should have a friend if you can have a friend for them, because I just think that all animals, I shouldn't say all animals because I know some animals like hedgehogs, for instance, should be housed separately. But all the animals I have anyways should really have a friend, because most animals are very social, and especially if you can't spend all of your time with them, if you're at work or you have a part-time job in school or even just school, you're not there all day, and instead of them being bored and lonely, that gives them someone to spend their time with. Horsey Girl 606, please answer this question. Oh, will you ever show your face in a video? Ta-da! I'm showing my face, so there you go. Once upon a pig. What brand of rabbit and guinea pig food do you feed? Okay, so I went through these questions before doing this video. I cannot remember what my guinea pig food is. I only buy it once every couple months because I get a really big bag of it from Pet Value. It's the green bag. It's green and it's clear, and it's got a guinea pig on the front, and that says guinea pig food kind of in writing. That's the one I use, and I'm sorry I cannot remember the brand. I even tried looking it up on the internet and I couldn't find a bag that was the same. But my rabbit food is Martin Mills Timothy food. Hello. Please get away from my pig. Thank you. I think Indy came to see what was going on. Hi. He wouldn't bother the piggies anyways, but I just don't want him up here. Would you ever consider getting a hamster again? Yes, I consider it all the time. It's kind of a joint thing. I have so many pets that when my hamster passed away, you know because you have a hamster, but unfortunately hamsters don't live very long. So in the last like 5 years, I've had 2 hamsters. They've both lived to the age that they're supposed to, but they're only expected to live about 2 to 4 years. And also because they're nocturnal, I find that I don't really get to spend a lot of time with them, and I don't get to really know them because I don't like waking up my hamsters when they're meant to be asleep. So, you know, that's why when my last one passed away, I had been thinking about guinea pigs for a while, and I asked my husband if he'd be okay with a guinea pig instead, because their life expectancy is usually around 5 to 8 years, I think. They're also not nocturnal, so they're up when I'm up, and also I could have 2 of them because they're social, but I do mention it to my husband every once in a while because I still have all of my hamster things, but it's heartbreaking losing a pet, and unfortunately because they don't live that long, I took it really hard. So I don't know if he said yes. I don't know if I'd actually get one or not. I'm not sure. Is bonding rabbits difficult? It just depends on the personality of your rabbits. I started by bonding Rocky and Willow, and they were kind of indifferent. Like, they never really got along too well, but they didn't fight. When I tried to bond, because originally I was going to bond Rocky, Willow, and Honey together, but you shouldn't bond more than 2 rabbits at once. So because she seemed okay with Rocky, I tried with Honey, and that went horribly. And then, but Honey and Willow and Ollie, I had no problems with, and I thought, I never in a million years thought those 2 would get along. I just thought I'd try it because he's such a sweet rabbit, and they got along really, really well. So, you just really never know. Again, it could take days. Like Rocky and Honey were inseparable from the beginning. So it could take days, or it could take weeks, or it could take months. It just depends on the personality of your rabbits. And if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? I love traveling, but I hate flying. So if I could wiggle my nose and wake up somewhere, it would probably be Australia. I'd also love to go to Thailand, anywhere really. I just love to travel. Egypt, I would love to go see the pyramids. I love to travel. Maddie White, whose YouTube channel is the best? So I've already told you my favorite YouTuber is Piggy Pig Pigs. I'll tell you some of the other channels I like, and I'm probably going to miss a ton of you, so I'm sorry if I don't mention your name. It doesn't mean I don't love your channel. But I love Skinny Pigs 1, 101 Rabbits, Once Upon a Pig, Snowdrop Hedgie, Animal Mad Kate, shoot, what else do I like, Phineas? Oh, Little Pet Channel, Binky Bunny Shad, Chantel's Rabbits, Purcell Bunnies, Jack's Bunnies, Piggies. That's all I can think of right now, but that doesn't mean I don't love your channel if I haven't mentioned you. I've probably forgot other people that I absolutely love. I know I did, but I can't think of it all right now. Okay, Dance Moms Fan 2012 wrote a really nice little blurb that I was her inspiration, and so sweet of you. And I'm really glad that you were able to find a rabbit that really needed a home off Kijiji. And she wants to know, what inspired you to get your bunnies? Originally, with my first rabbit, Rocky, it was actually a friend. She was getting a rabbit. Are you watching? Are you watching the screen? Silly Piggy. So she was getting a rabbit, and she was telling me how much she loved rabbits. And I know it sounds kind of silly, but I was kind of jealous, and I started doing a little bit of research on them and decided that I'd really like one of my own, so I convinced my husband. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of those people that did enough research, so I didn't know what to really expect, and I was very unprepared. I was that person that, you know, thought the pet shop cage was big enough. I didn't know too much about them, but luckily for Rocky, I'm always willing to learn, and I love animals enough that, you know, the first thing I did when I got him was also buy a whole bunch of different books on rabbits, including Rabbits for Dummies, which I always recommend for everybody, whether you already have a rabbit or not. I just found that so useful. It helped so much. But I really didn't know what to expect. I really was that person that thought that, you know, he just hung out in a cage, and luckily for him, as soon as I got home, set up the cage, I realized how small the cage was. And so from the beginning, he had that entire rabbit room to himself to play in. He was pretty much free range in the beginning, just because I realized that, you know, it was not big enough for him. Poor little guy. So yeah, so I guess my friend kind of inspired me, but then experience just kind of kept me going, because after I realized how amazing Rocky was, I totally fell in love with them. And also because I misunderstood them, I realized how many other people are misunderstand rabbits. And that's why, that was kind of my inspiration, was that, you know, I wanted to let everybody else know how amazing these animals are. And they're a really cool pet. They're a lot of work, but they're a really cool pet. Sunny Kristen 8 asks, how long have you and your husband been married? We've been married for 5.5 years. We've been together for 8 years, and we've known each other 9 years. If you had to choose a favorite pet, who would you choose? I can't choose a favorite pet. I love all my animals for different reasons. They're all absolutely amazing. They have their own unique personalities, and it's just impossible for me to pick just one. What was my first pet? I already said it was an Afghan hound named Elfie. And my favorite animal. I kind of went over that before too, I think, when I said an animal that I might like to be. But I love giraffes and red pandas and sloths and dolphins. What else? Elephants. I love all animals. I love them all for different reasons. Those tiny little pygmy marmoset monkeys. Oh, they're so cute. Snakes. Like, I love boas. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. I really love everything.